Welcome to Tech Time Radio with Nathan Mum, the show that makes you go, technology news of the week. I'm Nathan Mum. On today's show, we are focusing on Microsoft. What is Microsoft doing in the world today? We have our Technology Insider and Gamer Time segment. Both of those will be talking about Microsoft items. And then we have our Gadgets in Gear, which will be talking about an accessory that can work with your Microsoft gear also. So it is a Microsoft Redmond campus-centric episode today. I am very familiar with Redmond, Washington, very familiar with Microsoft. I previously worked there for 10 plus years.
Which is impressive.
So it is impressive. That was during a time when we released Windows. I started there. We had Xenix Mail, and we were on Windows for Workgroups 3.1. And when I left, we had Windows 2000. So it was quite a bit.
That's a big jump.
It was a big jump. We had Windows 95 release with Jay Leno coming on in, and helicopters flying around, and crazy parties, and the biggest, most important call out that I have to do for the show though is Building 5. All the cafeterias. There were these small cafeterias that were placed in the buildings.
Right.
Building 1 cafeteria had like this salad bar, but Building 5 had the burger bar.
Ooh.
And so if you wanted a good burger, you would go over to Building 5 and you would order the Blibbit burger. So you should Google all about it. I could spend hours and hours talking about the Blibbit burger. It was bacon, cheese. It was your meat. I believe it was 2 patties cooked in bacon grease. There was nothing as a young kid. Again, I'm in my early 20s and 30s, and I could just eat 1,000 of these. Nothing better than this grease-induced burger that they had, and it's the Blibbit burger. So if you do some research about it, I think there's a couple websites specifically about this burger. It was that good.
Wow.
So to go with our burgers, though, of course, we always have to have drinks, right?
Whiskey with burger. That's a classic pairing.
So that is a very classic. And today's whiskey is a winter wheat bourbon.
Okay.
Okay, it's a 42 proof, so not as strong as some other ones. Price range is about $18. So last week's episode, we had that $20 bourbon that was really good. And
really good.
And it got 2 thumbs up. This is a Trader Joe's product. So we'll see how that does. It's 30% wheat and 70% corn. So we'll see if it makes it through all right.
That's got some bite.
That's got some bite. Wow. Okay.
Feel that one all the way down. Oof. I'm going to point out that for the listeners that this is not a smooth whiskey.
Not really. It's not very smooth. So it has a very harsh taste. Sometimes you should mix things together, and sometimes you shouldn't. But we'll take a look and see how we do at the end of the show. Maybe it was just a first reaction. Maybe things will change as we go through the
we get
show.
used to the burn, and we can actually taste what's behind it.
Taste what's behind it. The burn wasn't that bad for me though.
It's interesting. It doesn't necessarily burn like a lot of whiskeys do, but it goes straight up into the sinuses.
It does. It can clear you out. You don't need anything else. All right, so let's go to our first segment. Again, this is our first segment that we have, Stories in 5 minutes. Welcome back to the show. You're listening to Tech Time Radio with Nathan Mum and co-host Gwenydd. We have our third and final whiskey tasting before we have our pick of the day. And then we have, of course, our Gadgets and Gear segment. So let's take a look. I am now moving on to glass. You're still on glass 1?
I'm still on glass 1.
You're still going through. We got a couple extra glasses there. I don't know. Maybe we'll have fans call in and we can send them a little bit of the whiskey.
Exactly.
It's either growing on me or I like whiskey. So I've tasted, we had an episode on 2 or 3 episodes ago where that stuff tasted like alcohol that you'd pour in a car.
Oh.
I mean, it was bad, but that I don't know. I don't know if I'm going to give it a thumbs up or not. I'm on the fence right now. I was absolutely.
I was going to say right now
down.
it's like sideways.
It's kind of sideways. All right, we'll see what we got coming up here. So, welcome back to Tech Time Radio. I'm your host Nathan Mum, and again we're in our final segment, and we like to call this Pick of the Day. And now our pick of the day for our whiskey tastings. Let's see what bubble to the top. This is our pick of the day segment, and we have had the winter wheat bourbon, bourbon whiskey, the 42% alcohol by volume content. We got a thumbs up or thumbs down.
It's rough. Now, one thing that the people who are actually watching us can see.
Yeah.
Last week's brown sugar bourbon, we had finished all of these glasses. Like they were bone dry by the time we finished. It was that good.
Yeah, I don't know if I have any more of that left, to be honest. I think that got drinking enough to pretty much.
So
I said it wasn't going to be a good sipping whiskey for the evening time, but I enjoyed some nice days, and I was out sitting, and I don't think we have that anymore. So that one, so we do have another one, and it does not taste the same as that one, does it?
Exactly. This is nothing like that.
And that was $20 too.
Exactly. It was wonderful. And this was only 18.
Yep.
So a little bit of savings, but you'll notice people who are actually watching, we still have our second glasses here and they haven't been touched.
Yeah, they probably won't be touched either.
So honestly, on this one, I'm going to give it a provisional thumbs down.
A provisional? What do you mean by a provisional thumbs down?
I mean that it's not a terrible whiskey. It's not something that I would.
Okay, so thumbs up. Let's go with thumbs up. Thumbs up means you're going to make a recommendation to somebody. Would you ever recommend this to anybody for $18?
If you like wheats, you're probably going to like this. If wheat is not your jam, go with brown sugar bourbon.
Yeah.
1,000%.
Yeah.
This is something that I could see myself sipping. I wouldn't say no if somebody offered me a glass of it.
Really?
I wouldn't necessarily seek it out myself.
Okay, so where's that going? You only get it. There's no.
I know,
there's no crafting.
I know.
So I'll make it easy. I'm a thumbs down. I'm not going to recommend this to anybody. There's many different pallets of whiskey that I have available in the 18 to 25 range. If I'm going to spend $18 on a bottle, I can spend $25 on a bottle.
I think I will go ahead and join you in the thumbs down. It's not as bad as I thought it was going to be initially.
Okay.
It did grow on me, but I don't think it grew on me enough.
Not enough of fungus to make it.
Exactly. The Chernobyl fungus just stopped short.
Just stopped short. So that means we have our first two thumbs. So you're saying your thumbs down?
I'm gonna have to go with the thumbs down.
Our first two thumbs down. Well, it's been a great time doing the radio program with you. I'm so glad to have you back this week and continue to have you be a part of the show.
Definitely, I'd love to come back. This has been a lot of fun, and I think we both learned things. So that's the exciting thing.
That's it. If it can be entertaining and learn something, that is the key aspect. I've had everybody say they want to listen and be entertained, and they want to learn something.
There we go.
From us at Tech Time Radio, thank you very much for joining us. Have a great day, and I will see you next week. Thank you for joining us for Tech Time Radio today. I'm your host, Nathan Mumm. Hopefully you enjoyed talking technology and, of course, having a little whiskey on the side. Remember as we leave, mum's the word. Thank you for listening. If you like the show and want to learn more, please check us out at techtimeradio.com or on YouTube or your favorite podcast service. Just look for Tech Time Radio with Nathan Mumm.